comes the predator.
But I'll be back. Yep, I'm out. But I'll be back. Yep, I'm out. But I'll be back. Oh, shit. Hey. Yep, I'm out.
Here comes the predator.
Hey folks, how you doing? My name's Tim Black and welcome to Duh News. Hey folks, how you doing? It's me, Tim the Bartender, aka Tim Black. You're tuned into The News. I got a tough story for you to start this off with. Tough story. First thing I want to say is my condolences to the Lopez family. I feel for you. The story is of Mr. Andy Lopez. Andy Lopez was 13 years old. He lived in Santa Rosa, California. He's coming home from school. He's wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt and he's carrying a replica AK-47. Cops spot little Andy Lopez walking down the street, and they assume immediately that this replica AK-47 is an actual AK-47. So here's the part where I'm going to get in trouble. And it's okay, that's what I do. Why did we buy little Andy this replica AK-47? What are we trying to prove? He's 13. He doesn't get to choose what he buys or what we buy him. We choose what we buy him. I'm sure if the parents could do this again, they probably wouldn't buy that damn gun. I know when my sons were younger, I've got a 4-year-old and I have a 15-year-old. I know I didn't allow them to have these fake guns. Boys love guns though, they do. So okay, I'm gonna give it a pass that you bought them this gun. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't buy my little boys guns because they're black. And shit happens. All right? And this is the part that's going to be harder for you to make excuses for. Why is he allowed to take this toy gun out of the house? Now, let's stress this. This is not just a toy gun. Look at this picture. This is a replica. Replica meaning it is as identical or close to the original that they could get it. Of course, the materials are not the same as a real AK-47, but if you look at it quickly, and maybe not so quickly, unless you're looking at them side by side like in this picture, you could think that this was a real AK-47. Now, it's possible that the parents told him, don't take that gun outside the house. By no means take this gun outside the house. Okay? That's possible. I'll concede that. Because we know how kids can be. He's 13. He's thinking nothing can happen to me. I'm going to live forever. And nothing wrong could ever happen. I have no bad intentions. He was a lovable kid. Everybody loved him, said he was great. He was a good student. He was not in a gang. And this happened. I've got a problem with him taking this gun out the house. But, okay. So I see negligence. I do. I'm sorry, family of the Lopez family. I'm sorry. I do. Okay. The other side of this is how much of a warning was given before the cops opened fire on this young man. They say is they told him to freeze or drop it. I think it was drop it. Drop the gun. He turned towards them. And when he turned towards them, they say that the barrel of the gun pointed their direction. It pointed in their direction and they were afraid for their lives and they opened fire. 2 Sonoma County deputies. At least 7 shots were fired. At least one of those shots hit little Andy. And he was found unresponsive on the scene by the time the paramedics arrived. I need to know exactly what happened. I need to know exactly the series of events that led up to the firing of these officers' weapons. Now, I don't want to just condemn the cops on this, but I need to know what's going on. I need to know exactly how much of a warning was given to this child because it's obvious he's carrying a toy. At this point, it's obvious. I know at the time it was not obvious, but what I'm saying is he was not taunting the police officers with a fake gun. At least I can't imagine him doing that. I know he's 13. But I can't imagine a kid taunting the police. So they're holding vigils and they're holding protests now in this location in Santa Rosa because of the shooting. Because they want some answers, and I want some answers too. I'm with you. I want answers too. I want to know why these cops that we hired to protect us are so fearful of their lives that they're taking our lives without fucking due process. The cops are trained. He's not trained. Maybe the 13-year-old is not trained to deal with police officers. But police officers are supposedly trained to deal with 13-year-olds and to deal with the public. So the fact that the police officer may feel bad, I'm sorry, that's not good enough for me. I need to know exactly what you did, sir. All right. Also, you need to recognize this. In the Bay Area, in less than 24 hours of this event, there had been at least 3 shootings. This is the 3rd shooting in 24 hours where a police officer shot and killed someone who did not have a lethal weapon. They shot and killed one man who had a pipe in his hand. Did they have to shoot this guy? Okay, so remember that. So, and then there was another guy, from what I understand, who they shot and killed. He was like still in a car or something, and they said, well, the car looked like the car looked like he pointed the car in the cop's direction, and the officer shot him. I don't know how you point a car, but I don't know. I need to find out more. But see, that's what's going on in this community. This community is saying, this is crazy. The guy with the pipe didn't need to get shot. The guy who stole the car, it's wrong for him to steal the car, but he stole the car, but he was not carrying a weapon. Why'd you have to shoot him and kill him? And now we got little Lopez here, little Andy, with a toy gun, and he gets shot. So you put all 3 things together, you want someone to take a closer look at this. Now, the community is also saying that they feel that they are being racially profiled. And like I said in the beginning, I didn't let my boys play with those toy guns and definitely never ever take a toy gun out the house. Why? Because we are black and we know that. And we know that we are suspects. Now, you may be white and feel the same way. You wouldn't let your kid, you don't like your kids playing with guns. You don't want your kids taking guns out the house. You don't want your kids taking toy guns out the house for the same reason. I'm just telling you that's how I feel. I'm a realist. And I know that you don't know me until you know me. And to some people, I'm a threat until you know me. And even after you know me, I may be a threat. You understand? So understand what you're saying about racial profiling. But in this instance, I don't think the cops were wrong to assume this was a real gun. I just want to know about their actions after they told him to freeze. And what's the proper procedure for dealing with that? We need to get to the bottom of this. Send me your information. Let me know if you find anything else. Anybody have any footage of this? I'd love to see it. My heart goes out to the Lopez family. I don't want to just pile on them and jump on them, but damn it, I don't need to say more to you than you've already said to yourselves on this issue. But I got to question the sensibility, the logic, and letting this child take a replica. Once again, a replica is not a toy. A replica is made to look identical to the real thing. That's why it's called a replica. What a way to start a Friday. Tell your friends about me. I'm Tim the Bartender, a.k.a. Tim Black. And I don't do a story unless I feel something about the story. And after watching it, you may not agree with me, but you're going to feel something. All right. Rest in peace, young Mr. Lopez. I need answers. You should too.